Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm sharing my final card as a guest designer for SugarPea Designs this month. It went so quickly, but I'm so happy to share a rainbow card as my final card. So first of all, the products that I'm using today, these incredible candles are from Birthday Wishes. I have the stems and the dies, and what I love about this is that it's really simple. But with the stamps, you can add your personal favorite decorations to your candles if you want to. Today I'm keeping it simple. I'm just ink blending my rainbow. It went a bit wrong along the way. We took some new candles to start again. Um, but we got there. Um, but you can definitely use inks to just stamp out those candles or use your embossing powders or however you want to play with them. As I said, something went wrong. Here the orange, I couldn't get that gradient. Today I'm using Neenah, by the way, and I think it's all about that. I love Neenah to ink blend on. It was one of my favorite papers to use. Then purely for the Copic markers, I switched to Transotype Perfect Coloring paper and I'm used to ink blending on that paper. Now Neenah is reacting very differently than Transotype. Transotype is a bit smoother and gives you sort of a little bit more time, or it soaks up less of the ink, which gave this really harsh and dark orange. Also the purple here, it went way too dark. We will fix it, no problem. But it was just because I switched papers. It's not that this paper isn't good, it's just that the way of ink blending was adapted to another kind of paper, and well, sometimes we need to get used to different papers. That being said, I'm just taking another candle. I cut out so many candles you cannot imagine. I had way too many candles, but for the next card I already have stash. Okay, about the stamp set. What I also love about the stamp set, aside from those candles that are really perfection, are the sentiments. There are so many sentiments in this set, and I always love it when you have matching sentiments with the images or elements that you're using on your card. And in this case, in this set, there are several punny sentiments and also just some regular sentiments, which will be great for other birthday cards as well. So that's why I love it, that's why I got it. A similar set is there with balloons, also hearts, I think. I also got the balloons, so definitely need to use that one still, but I promise one day I'll share a card with it because I love them. And maybe do something similar, it's always an option. So, working my way through that rainbow, I'm already almost done with the ink blending, so that went quite smoothly. And then we will continue with the background. So in the beginning of this video, I also showed you that I will be using the card front element builder 2. So for the first card this month, I don't know if you recall or if you saw the video or the post or whatever, but there I used the card front element builder 3. And these are so great. I said it many times in that video because I just love the element builders. It's so handy. Also, this definitely is a clean and simple card. Sorry, but these dies, they are so great. And today I'm only using the die to cut out my A2 size panel with that lovely edge. But there are so many elements that you can use from this one. I used it in the past several times. It's just wonderful. You have so many use out of one die, and price point, I think it's definitely worth it. There are many more brands that are way more expensive where you get just a simple die, and it's not that we don't like it, but in this die, as well as in the card front element builder 3, you get so many more. There are so many more things inside of it. It's just gorgeous. Okay. So here the candles also are ink blended. Now I have two of these panels, and I'm just going to randomly cut one sort of on an angle, and that's going to be the, well, guideline, but also the front of my card. So here I'm going to first stamp my sentiment on top of it, and many possibilities, truly. I just couldn't decide at first, and then I asked the man behind me to tell me what he would want to use, and he pointed this one out. So before adding anything to my panels, just making sure that that sentiment is on top. And the other part that I cut off, that I'm keeping in the back of my die set. You never know that I want to recreate this card in the other angle, of course, or just do something edgy with the other side. It's always handy to keep it, otherwise I would use this to add my images and color them in, cut it out, you know, don't waste the paper. So now for placement of these candles, I decided to follow the line of the cut that I did. You can also put it straight and then have small candles and larger candles, which was the first thing that I thought of. But then, well, it just seemed a good idea to just follow this line. So I'm using my grid mat to have those candles straight, and I'm putting each time the left corner against the edge of this cut. Fiddling a bit with placement, of course, you never know. I never calculated ahead of time, so. And then I'm going to add some adhesive roller right on the edge and add those candles, trying to line it up again with my grid mat. And then I wanted to press everything. Well, of course we ruined it over there, but no issue. We are just going to use that grid mat again, line it up, add it, trying to have same spacing as before, trying to get it straight as well. So it was a bit fiddling, but I truly love how it ended up, and I think it's worth it to just try this. Also the T-square ruler, I butted it up against the other candles that were definitely adhered well, and that's how I got the other ones. If I see now that a candle is a bit, well, on an angle, I'm just fixing it. And this adhesive roller will get permanent once it's on there for a while, but in the beginning there is definitely some wiggle room. So to add this now on top of the other panel, I'm going to use some foam tape. And I'm just going to cover this panel completely. I'm going to cover the candles as much as possible as well, just to have it really, really sturdy. And once I have the backings off, I can add this to the other panel. Now, to help me get everything straight, because this is really crucial, I have 2 of those card front element builders cut out. I want that detail on the edges to run through. You can always use your Misty. Just make sure that it is against 2 of the edges, and then put the element that you want to add on top also against the 2 edges, and then bring it downwards towards the other panel. Now for the candles, well, the fire or the flames of the candles, I was a bit more fiddling, but I just used this triangle to help me, and then I tried to have it the same angle, the flame as well. So that was a bit fiddling. I lifted some flames up again to get it straightened out, and that's how I went for it. Adding it to a card base, just using again adhesive roller, and then we are going to finish this card by adding some glossy accents on top of all of the flames. And I just think that really finishes the card. You can definitely add some more elements if you want to, but if you want to keep it clean and simple, I think you can also stop here. So that's what I did. So this is my final card. I hope that you enjoyed my journey as a guest designer for SugarPea Designs. I had so much fun. I want to thank you all for stopping by and being as supportive as you are. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. I want to wish you a fabulous day, and I'll be back soon with some new inspiration. Bye!